Welcome to Birdies and Bogies with Bazza. You're right. Now then, weather's been ace, absolutely ace. Last couple of weeks it's been brilliant. Sunshine, golf galore, played loads. I was working out, in fact I was talking with Liam Harrison, Golf Logs UK. If you don't follow him, go follow him. The golf mate. Just other day actually, and I pointed out that I've played more golf this year than I have done in the last 3 years already, and we're only on May, coming up to June. I'm buzzing, which is what I've set my stall out to go and do, so I'm absolutely buzzing. I mean, some of the invites I've been playing in some at comps. I went down to Leeds last week and had a game with Gaz Beadle and Chris. Cracking round, good player as well, by the way. In fact, he went down and played, I think the following Wednesday, he played at the BMW Championships at Wentworth in the Pro-Am. Lucky sod. But good player. Looking forward to meeting up with him again on the Golf Mates Barmy Army Tour in Stoke. That's end of next month. God, it's all happening. What else have I done? I played my first ever match play knockout competition up at Staining Lodge. I took on a chap who was 31 handicap, proper steady plodder player, straight down the middle, everything down the middle, just not long, but everything down the middle. So it was a task, I'll be honest. I had to get him 14 shots, and I think we were all square after 9, and went on to, I think it was when I got up to the 15th, 16th, 17th, I birdie par. Birdies and bogies with Bazza. So at last I'm getting a few birdies in a round, which is well, it's the aim of the game, isn't it, you know? So I went and won my first knockout, so I'm not sure what I've got next, but I look forward to it and see where we go from there. That was on last Saturday. On Sunday I was out at, I think we teed off around 6:10 in the morning in Fleetwood, at Fleetwood Golf Club there, links course, with Dave Allen. Been threatening to meet up again and have a round. We've not had one for a couple of months, so it was a case of get myself out there nice and early. I was back home for 10:30. It was awesome. So cheers for that, Dave. That was another good round. Say a good round. It was very windy, quite blustery, very challenging. The rough, when you get the rough, it's got you. I couldn't find my ball many a time in there. 27 points I came out of it with, which there were I hit some good shots on there. I hit some really good shots on there, so I was pleased enough, and I was in great company as well. And it's a great course, really good course. It's a proper challenge of a course as well. There's no wayward shots at all, and you've got to really know the course as well, so you've got to play it a few times before I think you can get any sort of consistent knowing where to hit it, you know what I mean, and what clubs to use. When you're going from Parkland courses onto a links course, you're going to have that anyway, because it's a totally different ball game. A lot of people that I've spoken to class it as true golf links course, so I suppose you could do, but it depends what you like out of your golf courses, I expect. So, but for me, I can play either. I do like my Parkland courses, though. I must say I do like my Parkland courses, preferably. But as a links course, Fleetwood Golf Club, and it's documented as well, I think, if I'm not wrong, as being the oldest links course, the oldest known links course in England. Not quite sure if that's gospel, but I've heard it being said a few times, so by people that know what they're on about. So look it up, obviously. Might look that up myself. So yeah, great course. And then I was invited to play for the Handicap League team for staying in lodge against Heron's Reach in Blackpool. I think it's known as the Village Hotel now. It's changed hands. I think De Vere owned it and sold it, but again, not 100% sure. But Heron's Reach is what we all know it as. And I played. I quit. Do you know what? I actually played quite badly. I lost quite a lot of balls. And do you know what? I went into there as well feeling not cocky, not too confident, but I felt really quite calm. But I just could not. I just couldn't seem to hit anything. I won 2 holes, and I got maybe 2 or 3 saves for halves. So when you look at it that way, I suppose I did my bit. But the way my partner was playing, I felt so sorry for him because he was so consistently good. And a pleasure to play with as well, I might add. Really nice blow. And the 2 guys we were playing against as well, again, lovely chaps. Had a good chat, good bit of banter, good crack. Had a pint afterwards and a nice chicken curry. Got well looked after by Heron's Reach there. So, yep, very accommodating. Thank you very much. I think the team overall lost 3-2, so I think that's the best result that they've had actually. There's some good teams out there in the Handicap League, but let's see if I get picked for the next one. I hope so, because I do enjoy that format. I really do enjoy that format. I think it's a great competition. Having a teammate, if you can work out a bit of an ethic, a bit of a team spirit going, and a bit of what they call it, ham and egging, they call it. Yeah, it's good. It's good. So really enjoyed that. What have I got on this week? What am I playing this week? Saturday. Oh, no, this one's a mental one. I got invited by a chap called John Barnes months ago. They obviously set there. It's a golf society. Golf society is called Sims Cross Golf Society. I think they're from Runcorn area. But John Barnesy, Liverpool fan, madhead. It just comes across as a proper loon. It's just a right nice blow. I messed up because I thought it was. I thought it was scheduled for 2nd of May. So I'm ready to go 2nd of May. Only to find out it was actually 2nd of June. So here we are, 2nd of June on Saturday. Bring it on. So I'm meeting up with them. A couple of lads are there doing their 60th, celebrating their 60th birthday, I believe, for a big birthday. So I'm expecting that to be a good crack. Taking camera as well, so hopefully I'll be able to film a bit. And I don't know if I dare, to be honest. I'll have to show it after the watershed, I expect. But it should be a good crack. I'm looking forward to it. See how it goes. It's nice to be invited as a guest. Thank you very much, John. What else has happened? Oh, the Handicap League game. My fairway wood, my trusty old X2 hot recovery wood, hit me drive just outside of a tree. Stood there looking at my swing, just my back's against the tree, yeah, practicing my swing, looked good, providing I didn't follow through. Went and hit it and followed through and snapped it clean in half. So I was like, that, what do I do? Do I get it repaired, new shaft, or do I replace it? I'm just on my way down to Lytham Golf Academy. Spoke to Dan Webster this morning, and he's got one sat there waiting for me already. So, naughty boy, naughty boy. So yeah, it's all Rogue-esque. Seen a picture as well today for you Callaway boys. Black Rogue Pro irons. Oh man, they are to die for. US only. US only. But if I want to set, I can have the set. But I don't, because there's another one coming out next year. Watch this space. Yeah, so I think I'm going to play with what I've got this year, and then I'm going to have a look at these ones that are coming out next year, 2019, early in the year. I think you'll like them, especially the Apex boys. The Apex boys, I reckon, will love them. Boom! Boom, boom, boom. Questions. I've only got a couple. First one's from Tam77. Tam, welcome to the channel. Tam says, how do you feel about using an electric buggy on the golf course? He's said that he uses one and he's found that his back doesn't hurt half as much as what it used to, and I can totally appreciate that. I always pulled a trolley. I've never carried, I will never carry, I do enough carrying at work, I'm a builder. I am not carrying, humping a bloody great bag of golf clubs around a golf course. Not happening. I won't play. I am not carrying a bag around a golf course, simple as. But I always used a pull trolley at first, and I found by the time I got to 9, 10, 11 holes, my back's starting to ache, and you sort of lose, once you start aching and hurting, you sort of lose interest. You lose your swing straight away anyway. So I did invest into, there was a golf shop in Blackpool closing down, and they had an electric trolley, Hillbilly, so it's a cheap brand, and it was a cheap price, to be fair. So I bought this Hillbilly electric trolley going back 5-6 years or so now, and it needs a new battery. I took it out actually to Leeds last week, and I got to 12th hole and had to push it the rest of the way. So I don't know whether I know you can buy a lithium battery for them now, but I don't know whether to buy one at 170 quid or whatever they are to stick that on it, or do I go that little bit further, because I desperately need a rangefinder as well, or a GPS of some description. So do I go the full whole hog and eventually invest into a proper lithium trolley and with the built-in sat-nav jobby? I don't know, but yes, answer to your question, yes, I do use an electric trolley, or would do if I had one. At the moment I'm having to use a 3-wheel push trolley, which I managed to buy for about 30 quid, 20 quid even, and it's doing the job. It doesn't hurt you half as much when you're pushing it than pulling it. I would never use a pull trolley again, because I know that it's much easier using a push trolley. So if you're looking for a trolley, my advice to you is to get one that you push rather than one that you pull. Then you're not twisting your back. Tip for the day. Next question, Dave Allen. You've been asked by somebody to design a golf course, either a hole on a golf course, a 3, 4 or 5 hole. Describe what you would have on it, what traps you would have on it, and why, and blah blah blah. No, I ain't got time for that. Sorry, Dave. we'll discuss that one over a golf course at some point. Muppet. Eh? People are moaning because they're too long. I'm trying to cut them down and you're coming up with questions like that. Come on, give me a break, man. Next question. P Dash. Do you work on your mental game? That is a question. Do I work on my mental game? I don't. I have, and I'm a lot better for it. Self-discipline. I'm a lot better. I'm not perfect, far from it, but I am so much better than what I used to be. Anyone that knows me, that have played golf with me, will know that I had short temper. I used to have a really short temper, and I've been known to throw a club, I've been known to snap a club, I've been known to, there's been points where I've hated golf. But mental game, have I done anything specifically? Not really. I take a lot of this and a lot of that and sort of put it all together in my own little head and trying to focus on what's in front of me rather than any long-term goals or achievements, etc. Because I found that when I've done that, there's far too much disappointment because something always ends up getting in my way. But then that's where positive mental attitude comes into it, I suppose, and you take the positives from the negatives. And God, I'm rambling on. I'm a bit excited, I'll be honest. I've just pulled into a car park at Lytham Golf Academy to pick up my rogue fairway wood. I'm gonna get it. See you in a bit. Oh, I haven't, have I? Oh, I think I have. I hope you're going to be as reliable as my last baby. Right. Questions. Couple more because I don't want to ramble on too long because I get a load of stick because my vlogs are taking too long. So, quick one. Simon Smith. Simon Smith says, I prefer to practice on the course. What is your preference? For one that doesn't get the chance to practice on the course, then I've got to say the range. Time wise for me, I just can't manage it. I mean, it's a 15-minute drive to club for a start and back, so there's half an hour. There's getting me stuff out the back of the car, getting onto the course. There's another getting it out and in, another 10 minutes there. It all adds up, and it's time that I don't really have. Whereas when I get to the range, I have a really good system at the range now where I go specifically to work on something, whether it be me wedges, whether it be me driver, whether it be me fairway wood, irons, etc., mid irons, long irons, short irons. So I have a bit of a sequence going there now where I'm a lot more disciplined than what I was. I don't just turn up at the range and belt 50 balls down the range as far as I can and see what happens. Tea Time Golf Centre, as you may well have seen my last vlog there, I've got, I think he said 17 targets on there, all set out at regular intervals, where you can make it fun as well as practical, so you can make learning practical. It's not ideal. I openly admit it's not ideal hitting off mats. Although, you know, this time of the year now, summer's here, the fairways are nice and firm and solid. It's not a bad difference. Pointless, probably. Bear in mind you're going to be supposed to be hitting your irons off the fairways, and so that's similar enough for my liking. The driver, you're hitting off the tee, so that's totally irrelevant. Your short game is probably where you would not practice so much at the range, although I do. But I do make sure that whenever I go to play golf, that is the part of the game where I will go and practice. So if I turn up at a course half an hour beforehand, it'll be my wedge game and putting that I practice at the course rather than the driving and the irons. I'll use basically just a dry swing just to loosen myself up, trying to get myself in a memory. But as for a preference, I mean, obviously, the range for me, Simon, it works for me. It does the job for me. I don't think. I mean, I've never been around a course on my own. I've always used golf as a social crack. You know what I mean? I suppose if I was going there with yourself, for example, and we weren't having a match or a game, or we wasn't playing in a competition or anything like that, and we were just playing, then obviously I suppose you could use that as a practice round, where you're not scoring or whatever else, but that could be a practice round. But I'd probably look at more. I mean, I learn more. I've learned a lot from yourself and other guys at Staining as well, where they you know, you're learning different shots and different clubs which you would take, and a sensible play and a bit of course management. So that's slowly improving as well. That's making a big difference. But I can definitely see the benefits of practicing on the course if you've got the luxury of being able to do that. So I wouldn't diss it by any means, because obviously, you know, you want your practice to be as real as possible. And how real can you get when you're actually on a course? I don't think you could beat it, really, sensibly. But for me, I prefer to practice at the range because it just suits my lifestyle, I suppose, at the moment. It just works for me. So I'll answer your question, fella. Cheers, Paul. Now, just seeing how long we've gone on for, because of a bit of enjoyment about everything else and what have you. So I've got a few questions there that I've not answered, so I'll try and get them through to them ones next time. Gonna do some vlogs. I'm definitely taking the camera to this society trip on Saturday, so really looking forward to that. Should be great. I want to say thank you to Marker Systems as well, which basically is a company down south, and what they do is they make nearest the pin and longest drive markers. They've kindly knocked up some for the Golf Society that I'm meeting up with, which they can keep themselves to use for the Golf Society. But check them out, because they're a great system, waterproof marker system, where you've got all your just check them out. You can customize it, do all this stuff. Really good. I like it. A chap called Clive that owns it, so check Clive out, say hello, tell him Baz sent you, get yourself down there, get yourself a set of markers nearest the pins and longest drive and stuff like that. It'll be buzzing. Right, so cheers again, Clive, if you will see this, thank you, appreciate that, man. So loads cracking on. Get some questions in for me, will you please? Quick and easy. Let's try and do a quick and easy one. I am going to try and do some course vlogs and stuff like that at some point. I'm working on it. I'm trying to get there, trying to get the time sorted out to be able to do it. So just bear with me on that, and we'll get out and hopefully meet up with some boys and girls and have a good crack, and some juniors or whoever's got the love for golf and wants to get out there and have a crack. So bring it on. Let's bring on 2018. The season is upon us now, and people are starting to play comps and get some great scores as well. So give us some questions, give us some whatever feedback, give us some ideas. What do you want to see? What do you want to do? I've got I'm going to do a review next week on the fat plate as well, so I'm just practicing with that at the moment, but that's a good product, really good product. I quite like that, so check that one out next week if you're thinking about getting one. See what you think. On that note, I'm off. I've got to go and do a lot of stuff, so see you soon. Thank you. Thumbs up, down, middle. Is there a middle thumbs? Middle thumb? See you later.